Hello gentlemen, welcome back to the Manchester United career mode. In the previous episode, we finally got past December, which means now we are in January. We can finally make some actual changes to this team. We've got quite a few games to get through today. However, though, we won't go through the whole of January because, of course, like I just said, we do need to do some negotiations with our players and some brand new players. But in the last episode, though, we did okay. I mean, we are undefeated throughout the whole of December. Got a very unfortunate draw against Wolves, where we did pick up a late-minute win against Newcastle thanks to Super Bruno, which will be probably the hot topic today because he could be leaving the club. I did see some people suggested as well to convert back to the 4-2-1-3, so we have done that. And this is the vibe we're going with here, with Cunha, Sesko, Mbeumo and Mount at the moment. Of course, we will be changing this up, but for now, we are just going to jump right into the first game here against Leeds United. And considering the 16th here, I think we're going to kick off this game on a highlight here at Ellen Road. I would normally quick sim this, but because there's some sort of rivalry between this team, well, not sort of, there is a rivalry between this team, I do want to kind of play. I will be playing Bruno on the -6 again, or -7 in that DM road just this game, because it could be his last one. Then you can see with some of the sales of the team, we haven't got much rotation at all. So we're going to have to play some players, maybe out of position and perhaps just a little bit tired. I think I'm going to give Haven a game here with Delin. I feel like we need to rotate the team a little bit, in a sense, and I feel like this long yard here, we need to maybe loan him out so we can grow up within the next season. Maybe so like a mid-75 at the age of 19 could have some potential ban, but maybe given his first game here under my new management right here. But Ellen Road, can we get a win here to kick off the episode on the highlight? Let's find out. So with Bruno being the hero in the last episode, is this going to be his last game? Because like I said, I just want to play this game, simulate a couple of days and see if we get any more better offers for him, because the offers we're getting off him are likes of Liverpool, Manchester City, which of course, and also, we're not going to sell to. So I'm hoping someone maybe abroad will go for him, but we'll have to wait and see. But we all convert back to this formation. Let's see how it works. Of course, if it doesn't really work out, we will convert to the one that was originally working in the previous episode. I see a lot of people, especially with Mbeumo, saying the reason it's not maybe working is his position. But of course, remember what I said, he will be converted into a cam, but we'll have to kind of pick and choose what formation. So I think it's up to like 40 weeks, and he's been in good form, I feel like. But if he gets converted to that cam with Kuna already based as the cam, it might actually be quite effective through the midfield. Ball over the top there, that should be Orzo. And Lammers doesn't have to pick it up there. He actually takes it down on his feet. We've got a bit of a counter-attack here. And Sesko finds a bit of room here, but cannot bounce past Roden there. Unlucky. We've got no chance to lead United counter-attack. In pretty much the 30th minute, James on the ball, former United player, was actually originally supposed to be joining Leeds, but a late-minute decision swayed towards United. I mean, I feel like if he actually just went at Leeds in the first place, he could have been more of a massive impacted player there. Ball goes over the top, though, and it dashed down to Aaronson, and a good save from the new keeper. That's a crucial save. Mount, good touchdown there. He has to just really well Mason Mount, but he can get past due to his probably pace and stamina and strength. There's well for a touchdown, but just can't get past. Cross the tree from Man United now in the 53rd minute. Cunha. Go back out wide to Bruno. Bruno playing a bit more of a deeper row, trying to get it back there, but Sesko's got to be quick on his feet and get towards the ball a little bit quicker. But we have got a ball potentially right down the throat of the pitch. Can we get it off? And we do. And I believe it's Mason Mount, who's been pretty decent for United in real life recently. But Mason Mount, can he go 1-0 up here? And he can. It's an easy finish for Mason Mount. And the former Chelsea man puts Manchester United 1-0 up going into this January transfer window. Well played. Leeds United solo run, though. I don't know what he says a solo run. I mean, he is on his own, don't get me wrong, but there's like another 4 black-shirted players in front of him. Inside there, Longstaff could find a good ball there. And Mazzucchi does well. Well, that's clearance there. Luckily, it cancelled out. But I think we have got a run here. Man United still to run, and I believe it's going to actually fall to Mason Mount again. Could be on for a double here, Mason Mount. And Mason Mount surely converts this one as well. Mason Mount, and he does. He finds the bottom right corner this side. And it's a good finish from Mason Mount. He probably will have still a massive part of this team going in the future. Don't know about giving him the number 7, though. That's if we sign a new attacker. Maybe I gave something away there. However, let's focus on the task at hand here. Nemeka. Tananka there. Manchester City are 3-1 up against Chelsea. Aronson. Longstaff. Oh, he twists and turns there. Ganato, a good player for Leeds, probably one of their highlighted players. Into Justin here, into Aronson again. Aronson, bit of space here. Aronson goes for the low driven. But that will wrap it up. A 2-0 win against Leeds away to kick off this episode. And was that the last game for Bruno Fernandes as the captain? Limps away in the stadium over a big win over one of our, I would say, historic rivals. Probably not as much today, but there always is a rivalry between Leeds and Manchester United. But Mason Mount, man of the match today, a double for him, a brace for him against Leeds away. Is an incredible game for him right there, the Englishman. Trying to work his way back into the English side perhaps. Reunited with Thomas Tuchel, they'll have to wait and see. But 2-0 to Man United to kick off this episode. What a win. So following up from that though, we have got Burnley away, which I am going to actually go for a quick sim game here. I feel like we can get there. We have actually got 2 offers here. Tom Heaton's contract is expiring, so we'll have to deal with that. We have got some offers here. We've got Lenny Euro for 13 million. That's definitely getting rejected. But Diego Leon here doesn't really get a lot of play, and it is a short-term loan, so we're just going to accept that one. And hopefully, we don't get bamboozled here. It is still Man United, don't get me wrong. But I'm expecting a result here away to Burnley at Tough Moor here. Can we get the quick sim? Yes, or replace. And we do. I was going to say Sesko, Mason Mount, and Sesko again with a double, which leads us into another game straight away against Coventry City. I will probably play the highlight on this one because we can't risk on potentially getting docked out of the FA Cup here. Before we get into that though, we have got 6 offers. This is where I get interested. And Joshua Zirkzee with an offer here. And I don't know about this one. I mean, we got Rasmus Højlund out on loan at Napoli. This will mean if we sell this individual, we'll probably have to find another rotational striker. I am looking at someone to maybe pair up with Sesko, because if anyone remember what I said in the previous episodes, I'm looking for another striker to compete with Sesko and be a little bit more taller. And Zirkzee here is a good striker, but I think I'm going to try and negotiate this, and if I can get maybe 23 million for him, I think that is a massive steal indeed. Mason Mount, from recent form, he's going nowhere there. Leon is getting another offer for Neon there. Okay, fair enough. And Haven with a short-term loan for a junior there. I mean, to be honest, Sunderland were probably the best for him, so we're going to go for a 1-year loan with them. And I think with Zirkzee, we are going to go in from there. I keep pronouncing his name wrong. I do apologise. I keep forgetting the K, I believe. It is what it is. But let's go negotiations here with Marseille. Let's see if we can get a bit more wedge for him, because we'll have to take as much as we can, to be honest. And we can always replace him with someone younger, I feel like. So I think if we can go 21.5, I think that'll be quite a good deal for a 77 overall striker. And no, they want 18.5. Okay, I'm going to go... Let's go 20.5. I think that will probably be okay. And it will get accepted. So it looks like this individual will be going off to Marseille. We are going to reject Napoli. I mean, they've already got Rasmus Højlund. What would they want another one right there? Bit weird indeed. But let's get into our 3rd game of this episode. But this time against Coventry on the highlight of the FA Cup here. So I'm just thinking now, more rotation within the team. I think Delort goes in. I think Haven goes in as well for, let's go with Euro today. Let's give, I would say, I can't obviously do him. You know what? Let's give Heaton a game. Why not? 65 rated over goalkeeper. I think you can do it right here. And I feel like Amas, he's going to come in as well for Dorgu. And I would say Obi in for Sesko. I just want to rotate the team a little bit more with some of these youngsters, especially some of these players who literally don't even play. Why not play them this game here against Coventry when the FA Cup? I think we can get the win here on the highlight. Still got some of our heavy hitters like Cunha, Mount, who's in good form, and then Bueno. Let's see if we can do it. 3rd game of this episode. Can we go 3-3? Let's find out. So here we have it then, Coventry City versus Manchester United on the highlight here. All eyes on this Obi character, because I haven't really seen or heard about him as much, so I presume I'm saying his name right, but I do apologise if I'm not. But let's see if he's got anything in the locker. A bit of test for the young lads here today, and the veteran in Heaton and goal. And Bueno, good ball into the box there, and it's going over to Dalot, who is the captain today, but it falls into Obi, and well, that was on the Man U shooting, to be fair, on the half volley, so I'll let him off. Probably could have touched it down there. That'd be a big moment for the lad. And Bueno again. Deja vu on this corner. I'm going to try and get Delin a bit more. That's a bit more of a better camera angle there. I'm try and get him a bit more central. He goes in the box, Dylan. They can do it, Thomas as well. I'm not sure. Is Dylan the captain? I think Dylan is... Oh, what's Mason Mount doing there? Terrible header from Mason Mount. Absolutely shocking. Not cost opportunity for Coventry City. What a header that was from Mason Mount, but that was absolutely honking. That'll do. Amas pushed him off the ball. Amas is very heavily linked with my Plymouth Argyle career mode. People were suggested to get him in there, but unfortunately we didn't have the funds to do it. But maybe this would be a good test to just see what he's like, so maybe in the future in the Plymouth Argyle career mode I do on my channel, we can have a look at him. Kobe Mainoo. Oh, heavy touch there, but he gets a bit lucky, and Kobe Mainoo could find... hang on, maybe still on here. And Bueno. Bit of a gap in Bueno. Thomas. Still could be something there. No, he does really well. Mason Clark. Good player for Coventry City. Actually touched down. 72 minutes in here. The massive quick highlight game here. Could be a bit wild, this one. That should be ours. Went from Bamas. And now it's going to be a quick counter-attack and Mason Mount. Can try this Obi to come short. Oh, he nearly gets the pass inside number 32. That's unlucky. But we get a chance here. Soda around the 85th minute. And I believe this could be a huge moment for Obi if Bueno gets his pass off right. And he does. Can the young lad score here today? Number 32, and he does! The young prodigy in Obi here. 1 appearance, 1 goal. Wins the game from Manchester United and pits them into the next round against Coventry. A late goal decides us going through. And we'll take that. Massive goal for the young lad. Boost up morale for him. But that will be it, ladies and gentlemen. Into the third game we go, and we pick up another win. 3-3 so far in this episode. With a highlight, the quick sim, and another highlight now. I mean, unbelievable. Can't ask for any more. I'll expect more goals. Don't worry, get me wrong. Tom Heaton is okay to keep him satisfied with a clean sheet against Coventry. But 2 attempts want to go for Obi. They're probably going to get man of the match today. It seems like, because the highlight camera is on him, the number 32. But fair play to the lad. Good finish, good runs, was more involved, felt a bit nimble and agile on the ball, and he got us the winner. We continue on. But this is where it's going to get tasty. Excited to see Diego Leon has been loaned into this Rosario Central here for a short loan, and I think that is not the only business we've got to tend to as well, because we want to get something done before the massive derby against Manchester City. And as you can see, Xerxes here, if I pronounce his name, I do apologise if I did it right or wrong, is leaving. Yes, he is gone as well. We're just going through this live now. He has gone to Marseille for 20.5 million, which leaves room for a rotational striker to come back or a brand new one here. But we have got the likes of Rasmus Højlund, who's doing incredible at the moment for Napoli. Really turning his career right around up there. And we can see here Haven as well. He's going out on loan as well to Osasuna for a short-term loan. I would have preferred it if it was Sunderland. I know what you're going to say. Sunderland was negotiating there in the bottom left-hand corner, but I decided to ignore it. I did decide to ignore it because I feel like if we're just going to keep doing that the whole episode, it's going to take up a lot of time. So I thought, you know what? Let him go to Spain and see if he can do any bits abroad. So we're going to advance right there. We have got 2 offers. I'm hoping one's from Bruno, but now we have got Manchester City. It's going to be a hard game, this indeed. It is the derby of derbies. But we'll have to wait and see. We've got a new position rose here for Amad Diallo, and as you can see, he will be converted to a right wing, so I want him as a rotational there. We got Kobe Mainoo as well, converted to a DM. We have got the deep line playmaker, which I think is probably what it's best for, but needs pace to improve really. And we've got Amad Diallo, as you can see, he's gone right up to an 80, converted to a wing, which kind of cements him as a rotational winger now for Bueno on that role there. Have we got any offers for Bruno there? That's the one I'm looking at, and we've got a swap deal here. That's interesting for James Maddison. Now, I don't really want to sell him to Spurs, but we cannot keep taking the risk on potentially, you know, waiting to see if we got an offer. I'm going to do it one last time here. I'm going to reject it for Bruno because I don't really want to sell him to a Premier League side. We are going to reject it. Amas, we're not going to accept that, and especially for delay. That's a lot of money, though. That is a lot of money, but we are going to reject that. But enough playing around now. Let's see if we can sign some players here. So now we have got, ladies and gentlemen, we have indeed got 170 million to play with. So let's jump into that. We have got the academy to have a look at as well this episode. We've got loads there to look at, so hopefully we can find the next big thing as well. But let's have a look here. So we have got Carlos Baliba. A lot of people have suggested this guy. Edison, Braithwaite, Olmo, Theo Hernandez, Todibo, Ter Stegen. But now 2 players I have found in Zilmer's Camavinga. And now, I wasn't going to reveal this guy, but considering now what's happened with our striker, Samu, yes, a player that could compete, very similar to Sesko. Very tall, got the aerial play styles as well. A lot of potential at the age of 21. But I'm thinking of a brand new left winger, and I'm thinking of splashing the cash on this individual in Kilman Yildiz here, the Turkish cam, left mid, left wing and centre mid. I'm thinking of him as the new number 7 of the team, could come into this team right here. However, we have got other players as well. I am actually looking at Believer and Edison, but I am going to weigh on them too much at the moment because I want to see what's happened with Bruno Fernandes. So for now, we are going to try and find this next big thing here in Kenan Yilmaz here from Juventus. I'm thinking as the new left winger here, he could be absolutely incredible. Now, we could try and swap him out for Bruno Fernandes. I am actually just going to throw this in, see what they say, because I know, yes, his market value's there, but we get to keep the 173 million. And if he goes to Juventus, I would take that. I would take that indeed. So let's see what they say. They might accept a straight off the bat for a quick swap deal here. And no, they don't want Bruno in the swap deal. So, okay, I mean, to be honest, the transfer sum is it's not as bad, to be honest. So I'm actually going to try and drop that to 15 million and see what they say there. I mean, obviously, we took away the sell-on clause. To be fair, I think we can work up an incredible deal here. Can we go 5 there? I don't know. We're still going to be a bit pushy here, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's only another 200k, but is that going to be enough? And it will be. I think we've found an incredible signing here for about 50-odd million in Yildiz here. He could be fantastic for us on that left wing. He's got everything that we need for Manchester United, and he will probably make his debut against Manchester City. Incredible talent, and he could be a one to watch throughout the season. Going to offer him 90k a week. That should get accepted, and it is. Yildiz is the new signing on Manchester United, the first official one of this rebuild in January. What a talent, the new number 7 over Mason Mount. Welcome to the team. But with that signing now, we are going to jump into this huge game at Old Trafford. This will be a massive test to see if we are back. I just see with the reserves though, we are looking a bit bleak there. We are going to play Bruno Fernandes. Yes, I know we're going to play him with Regate. This will probably be his last game. Well, he's going to be his last episode. Let's just say that. I'm hoping he does go. I will actually switch these two around. So then I believe, yes, he gets a deep line playmaker, deep laying playmaker right there. So that should be absolutely fine. In terms of captaincy, we're going to give it back to him. But all eyes on Kenan on that wing right there. We are actually just going to quickly change it so he gets the... Oh, he has got the inside forward. That looked a bit strange. I didn't see him like it submitted there properly, but maybe it just seems big. We are going to change the kits as well, so let's look a little bit more realistic. So let's just quickly do that. Oh, no one on that one, so I'm not doing it. I've lost my head today, ladies and gentlemen. So focused on making these signings here, but here we have it. Red versus blue. The Manchester derby. Let's get into it. So here we have it then. Manchester United versus Manchester City in this incredible episode where we're signing players, losing players, but also got hard games and massive games like this. On the ball now, there he is, the new signing in Yildiz. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing his name right, but I think he'd be incredible. I think we'll be, whilst converted into a left wing of 2 weeks, but he had the potential to be special as well, which is the best potential you can get. And he's on the ball here, little dink inside. Unlucky. But you can see as well, he's the new number 7. I should have let that go too far. I thought he was going to touch it down his chest, but we won it back. And Yildiz can go for a shot here. Yildiz! Oh, there it is! What a way to introduce yourself to Manchester United. On his debut against the rivals, a power shot into the bottom right corner. Number 7, take a bow. You're not saving that. Donnarumma as well. What a finish from the new number 7. What a goal. Is Man United finally going to have that prestigious number 7 again? Not with Mason Mount, no offence to Mason Mount. But over the years, they've had some incredible number 7s. We're talking about the main man himself, Cristiano Ronaldo. No, I'm not comparing him to him, not at all. But what a way to kick off your United career. What a finish like that. Dorgu done incredible as well. Oh, I nearly got that pass from Rodri there. That's why he's in the team. Does enough. Got it out. Got to watch out in Haaland. That will do. Coming Mane. Into Bruno. Can we find that pass? Trying to find it past Nunes to release the young lad again. Couldn't do it. Reinders into Bernardo. To Erling Haaland. Nunes. Good ball to Phil Foden. Foden. Good ball into Erling Haaland. Haaland! And he's there. He will be lingering in the box. He does well, though. Any Euro. Overlap and run there. Got to give it in. And there it is. What can he do? I'll try to cut inside and give it to our number 10. But couldn't do it. Can we get caught out now? Haaland. Into Rodri. Lees and Fulham 1-1. Jeremy Doku. Masri does enough. Tries to clear his lines but couldn't. Ball goes up high there. Can we get in front of it? He does. Actually clears the ball. I'm just going to get out here. That will do. If for now, get it out. And here's the Doku. Covered out. It's Doku. Masri does enough. Oh, but he forces it into Erling Haaland. That's not ideal. And another corner. Manchester City all over Man United now. From that early goal from the new signing. It seems like it's all been Manchester City. Ball goes into the box there. Can we get up for it? Yoda's there, but we can't clear our lines. And Lemons does enough. Ball goes up high. Can we head it down? We do, and it goes into the path of Yoda's again. And look at the speed on the lad. Oh, but Nunes does enough. Well played. Got to get it to him. He's done that well. But Bueno does well as well. Into Kobe Mane. Into Kuna. Kuna does well. Sesko's there. Sesko! And there it is. It's 2-0. Just before the break. Benjamin Sesko with a goal. And it's going off on the touchline in front of Pep. Pep's looking on thinking, what on earth is happening to the team? There's no creativity. Bakuna finally voting. Bueno with a good ball. Sesko gets behind a diving header. Robin Van Persie-esque. It's 2-0 going into the second half. What a header against Donnarumma. So going into the second half, we have brought off Bruno Fernandes for Garcia. We want to get used to the team without Bruno. And that's why Guy's going to come on. As plus, he's more of a defensive player in a natural position instead of what Bruno was in his calm role and he originally plays. But Bakuna wins it back straight away. Getting confident now. Bueno, heavy touch there. Chelsea and Brentford 1-all there. That's 8. Quick turn there. And then we go again. They're 1-2s. That's what we like to see. Yoda's on the back post. He's got the tall. He's got the height there. Unlucky. And here. Acuna tries to get past and Haaland doing some defensive job now. And actually, he might have mugged off our player there. Acuna has stayed down on the left-hand side of your screens. There might be a substitution there. That'll be annoying if Acuna goes off injured. Maybe, if that's the case, with Bruno going, we'll make a late sign for a cam. Acuna on the ball here. He has picked up a knock. Look at the tiki-taka football here. Into a guy. Sends him to the shops. Can he find him? Bueno touched it. Goes for a quick turn. Goes for the snappy shot. And Bomber were forced to save. Then we go do that. Mason Mount comes on. For Cunha. I mean, to be fair, I'm not... If Cunha does actually pick up a bad injury, I don't mind actually playing Mason Mount. He's been in good form. Ball goes high. Sesko is there. And that's unlucky. Can we get the head down there? Pass it back. Oh, do. Bit of an awkward play, but can we make it? Imagine that skyrocketing. Definitely would go of the season. Trying to get a challenge there. Quick gear. I thought I won it. But there will be, I think, maybe a booking there. It's kicking off on the sidelines. Right from the United fans, and Mason Mount, who's just come on, will receive the yellow card. 41 there. That's what you like to see in a derby, but to be fair, probably should have been a red card, actually. But we're looking comfortable here. We are really looking comfortable with the Prem at the moment. No threat from City this half. And we're going to win again there. Garte inside, but Rodri intercepts it. Haaland will win it as well. Haaland plays it there. Cannot get it. Shirky goes to the back post. It's goal potentially in. And Reynolds was there. And Lemons. Well played. Good save again from the keeper. Inside. Mason Mount trying to find a ball there to Zildez. Cannot find him, unfortunately. Phil Foden. Into Haaland. Haaland does enough. That wasn't the best header, but surprisingly it somehow worked. And we're going again here. And Bueno got a lot of speed. Gets it into Mason Mount, who's been in good form. Mason Mount! And he sends Donnarumma the wrong way. And I said he's been on good form. And this is a huge statement to the Premier League, picking up a 3-0 win against one of the best teams in the whole world in Manchester City. And Bueno does fantastic. Cuts it inside. Mason Mount, before he's going left the keeper. We put it right. And we do enough. Dalla comes on for Maney. Why not? Get minutes on his player there. Good finish. So I can't believe it, really. I was really expecting a hard game here. Maybe, in the best way possible, a defeat for how good Manchester City has been. But we have to torn them apart. I mean, and I feel like, as much as I keep going on and playing players, and I'm very biased for players if you haven't realised already, but that Zildaz has worked into this team so easily that I feel like he's been here all his life. But we're just going to see this out here. But we're playing like prime Barcelona at the moment. There's on the ball. And the ref will blow it before he can cause some more havoc up top. But 3-0 to Manchester United. A debut goal, a incredible goal for Zildez and that left winger, new number 7. But Pep's got to go back to the drawing board. An embarrassing loss for Manchester City, who we like to think and probably was favourites to win this game. But we stepped up and did the bits right there. What a game from Manchester United. But can we continue with this form, this undefeated streak, all the way to the top of the Premier League? We'll have to wait and see. But 3-0, we continue on. But into our next game now, and this probably will be our last Phone 90 game. It is against top of the league, Arsenal. And as you can see, we are in second now. So if we can beat Arsenal, we do actually close the gap there, which will be very nice indeed. But we have got some updates here. Let's have a look. We've got 3 offers, but we have also got the notification from Kuna. He has returned from injury, so it must have been literally 5 days. He's just had a bruise there, but I might... we'll have to wait and see. I just want to let you... Let's have a look at some of the messages here. I'm feeling a lot better. You've earned your place in the team. Just want you to know I'm feeling really good, boss. Don't worry, I'll come to the decision, and thank you for putting me in the team. That's absolutely fine right there. But let's have a look at some of the offers we've got to deal with here. We have got one from Real Madrid here for Bruno. This is what I'm talking about here. Dorgu going nowhere. Obi going nowhere. Bruno Fernandes might be going somewhere. Let's have a look here. Let's have a gander. Indeed. Now, before I do this, let's have a look at some of their players, because we might be able to negotiate the odd ones you play. Of course, I'm not looking at... I mean, Arda Güler would be a great shout, but there's one player that is kind of pushing me towards, and it's this individual right here, Eduardo Camavinga. If we just remove the money here, would they be up for this? Let's just have a look here. Let's just submit it and see what Xabi wants to, because if we get him in the DM role, that would be incredible. Nah, they just want... Okay, I mean, we could try again. Maybe we have a look at Tchouameni. Another good player indeed. A little bit less on the value though, but an incredible talent. Mascherano's a good player as well. We can have a look at the fullbacks. Trent, that would be quite funny. Strikers, of course, you've got these two, but I think we'll just do money. I think we've got to do that because we are kind of just pushing it a little bit here now. Let's just go 70 million. I would take that for Bruno Fernandes. And they're being very lenient here. All right, I'm going to do... If that's the case, we'll go 62. Surely Real Madrid will accept this. We're not also about concluding this deal, but you avoid our fee for it's way too high for us. Okay, so Real Madrid are out the race as well. I don't know what to do. I mean, no one really wants Bruno, but we can't send him to a Premier League side. It looks like the financial in this game's not as high as it was last year. We've got it on the same settings, but I suppose it is what it is. Of course, as well, I will do this off camera, but for now, we are just going to quickly switch out. But there's still a way here for some reason. I believe we did accept it. I think it was away with family or something. So we are just going to leave it there for now. It might be that, or he might be refusing to play, so we might have to look into that as well. But this will be our last game, list, and regardless if Bruno goes or not, we are going to make some more signings. But this is a biggie here. We have to walk out of here with a W. I am actually going to start Bruno again, but for this time, Kobe Mainoo, just to rotate it. Indeed, Bruno goes into that DM row, and I think as well, Dalot's going to start over Mazzoudi as well, with Euro going off for Martinez. So rotation at the back there against top of the league. Can we do it though? This is a hard game now at the Emirates against Arteta's side. Let's get into it. So we closed the gap on Manchester City. We sent them to the shots, but can we close the gap on top of the league here and gain points to step one closer to potentially the top of the league and be right back into the title race and potentially go on the winner? You never know. Bruno Fernandes it. Little dink over to Bueno. Back in it there. Looking for Zildas, but we're going to go back there. Nothing's massively on. Now we get to the individual we signed a lot of money for. Try to get past Ben right there with a bit of skill, but was unlucky. It should be ours. From a guy. I don't know what he's doing there. Could try and Francesco get a header on indeed to Zildas, and Zildas with another chance. There's Zildas! Oh, and he pits it wide on the near post. Unlucky from our number 7. And there's me looking on with my weird, dodgy jacket. And suit. A strange one there, though. Also goes high. Into Gyökeres. Into Moreno. Gyökeres does well, but Dylan does even better. And here comes Kuna. Probably could have played that ball. He's back. Fit now. Did check it. And it was fine. Which is good. Bueno does well. Trying it from the Euros on the first time shot, and he's there again. From winger to winner. We get another goal, and he's being cheeky. He's copied Cope on the celebration. That's 2-2 from the new signing. And it's Limbs on the away stadium there. Away indeed. But they're loving it in the pub. And Bueno fizzes it in with an RBA. And a first time finish is simple against Arsenal. What a start. So what a start. Once again, it was happening again. I mean, with the same player as well. Incredible. But Arsenal have to bounce back here now. They have to quickly at the Emirates. Odegaard. Lovely to take us in the Trossard. Here they go again. Here, Gyökeres. And just like that, that's why they're top of the league. A lovely bit of tech is there. I don't know what's happening with the celebration here. We might have to skip it now. There it is. Odegaard sends us to the shop against Bruno. 1-2 with Trossard into Gyökeres. And Gyökeres, just like that, he gets the finish from Odegaard's assist, who unfortunately is injured in real life. But just like that, it's 1-1. So Arsenal 1, United 1. Within 20 odd minutes. A goal for both sides. Can we do something here, though? And Bueno. Fizzing into Yildiz, and then Yildiz! Good save from Raya. Looking for that top right corner. He's getting a lot of space against Ben White, which is weird. And they're not playing Timbers there, who's been probably one of the best fullbacks, or maybe the best fullback this season in the Premier League in real life. No skill here from Gyökeres. A good save, but keeper, get up! Oh, no. What has he done there? You gotta laugh. You have to laugh. Oh, no. That's an absolute howler. I mean, Gyökeres has just turned into prime Lionel Messi here. Sent me to the shops. But God, it's an easy save. But he's turned into bloody Onana. He's kicked into his own net. You should just catch the ball. 2-1 down. So massive questions on the new keeper there. He's turned into literally Onana there. Oh, you donkey. Silly sausage. Burnley and Tottenham 1-0. Partey, Matul there. Just keep the ball, because Arsenal on the attack are frightening. Defensively, they're not that good. Inside there to Cunha. There's been a bit of space here, trying to find that top right corner. That is unlucky. He had the angle for it. To clarify, I'm not just using him, but he's just in the best, well, spaces at the moment. But that was unlucky. A bit wide. I expect a bit more on target. It was unlucky. Always up high there. Moreno. Or was that wide to Trossard? Went from Dalot. De Bruno. Good play. Into Cunha. Into Sesko. Tried to quickly get the 1-2 with Bruno Fernandes, but couldn't do it, unfortunately. Saka on the ball here now. If we can kind of hold this out for 2-1 at half time, I will take that. Calafiori. It's a good ball. It's a great ball, and they try to hit it back across goal, but we are just going to clear lines and take a 2-1 and go into the second half. We started off so well. I think attack we're doing really well. But when it's coming down into our defence, I don't think we can massively question it, because the Arsenal attack have just been phenomenal. But a massive mistake at the back from the goalkeeper cost us to be losing this game so far. So going into the second half, a double change. Amas comes on for Dorgu, and also Bruno Fernandes goes off for Kobe Mainoo and Ugarte. That partnership is back in that midfield. But come on. Ben White here. This is their weak spot here. Ben White, I need to tackle with the new signing. Down that side there. Then he go again here though. Can we get this pass off? We do. And it's Yildiz here. Yildiz needs an option. Gets it into Sesko. Sesko! Oh, it goes wide. Unlucky. Very unlucky there. Did the right thing to chip it into him. Try to get a bit of deja vu there against Manchester City. But just drifts wide. Unlucky. Declan Rice into Odegaard. Odegaard fists the ball up. Hamas is there, but gets beaten by Saka. Bit of a change up. Can't get a good lock on here. Odegaard. There's skill. Martinez does well. Got to hold some play up here. Inside. Into Cunha. Cunha does well. Can he get a shot off in time? And he does, but it goes wide. Very close. Oh, we deserve this second now. We've had two incredible chances, but they have just drifted both wide. Oh, that is unlucky. Saliba. Declan Rice. Calafiori. Martinelli. Odegaard does well. Goes into Martinelli. Martinelli finds the ball inside of Bukayo Saka. And the keeper finally finds a pair of gloves and catches that ball for once. Frustrating if we lose that because of that there, really. It fits that ball right down the throat, but Saliba read it. It's the only option we had, really. Guy does enough. Amas little dink into Yildiz. Back on the ball now. Working across the pitch. It's on the ball again here. Going to try and get an overlapping run there with Ugarte. Can we find it back to him? We can't. Try and done a bit earlier. It's going to go attacking now. I'll definitely take a draw here, but ideally I think we could win this. But we've got unlucky with the goal we conceded with Gyökeres' chance again. Saka winning from Almas. Well done. That's brilliantly, the young lad. Kobe Mainoo finding Bueno, but can he keep it in? That could be ours regardless. No, we don't. Gyökeres does enough. But Mainoo gets it off him quickly. We get the pass off there, and one more quick. Oh, Sesko, gotta get in that gap, bud. Gotta get it in that gap quick. And it could be Arsenal's year here if they get the winner today, which it looks like they're gonna. Moreno. Into Declan Rice. Oh, we deserve a point here. We really do. We've been playing well, but we haven't got it. It's going through there to Martinelli. We can't get the lock on Martinelli. And it's 3-1 to Arsenal. Gabriel Martinelli. We got stuck between two lock-on defenders there. We couldn't select the right one. Wouldn't give me one in time. And also deserve it, regardless if that poor mistake at the back from the keeper. It would have been 2-1 now, really, wouldn't it? You've seen here, Delint gets pulled out of position. We couldn't lock on, which is frustrating. And they slip it in. But this is why I'm here, to improve from where we was. We're in the top four. That's something. But it looks like Arsenal are going to run away with it in the Premier League this season, it seems. Frustrating one to take there. And I think that will wrap up the game here. Unfortunately, we end our undefeated run. But that is why we need to make some changes within the team, which we will do after this game right here. That's a frustrating one, a hard pill to swallow, but they were the better team. You've got to hold your hands up in sometimes in these situations. Poor goalkeeping in the second goal, but then they finish it off with a goal to clarify that, look, we did beat you fair and square. No jamming us with Martinelli at the end. We looked so good though, so I'm happy for the lads. Attacking, we was very good. Very good attackively, but defensively, it was a bit hit and miss, wasn't it? But they played lovely football, and they walk away with a 3-1 win today at the Emirates to secure a lot of points in first place. So as you can see, nation, we are going to wrap up this episode here, because like I said, we don't really want to go through the actual whole month, and I believe we are on the deadline day, to be fair. So we're going to go through this now, to be fair. We might actually just quick send this game, to be fair, to be honest with you. But we have got an offer finally for Bruno Fernandes. It's actually from Galatasaray. We did reject one from Brentford there, because I'm not going to send to Brentford. That'd be a bit unrealistic. But we can have a look at Galatasaray here, where hopefully we can actually get some money from him and not this loan deal. I'm actually just going to shove in 56 million. So we're just going to remove the exchange player there. And we're just going to go a little bit lower than his. I'm just going to go 55. I just want something for him, to be honest. We need the money to improve the rest of the team. And they were accepted. I know what people are going to say. You probably could have got this and that. But you're seeing it, ladies and gentlemen. We keep getting rejected about 60 million. But I think 55 with Bruno Fernandes, we will take it. But with the Bruno deal going through, potentially with Galatasaray, we need a new CDM. And I think, man, I've been screaming out for this player, but it's a lot of money. But it will be Belieber. Incredible improvement, I feel like, in this midfield. And I feel like we can get him. I'm going to shove in 42. Feel like that could get accepted for Brighton right there. Carlos Belieber will be an incredible signing. They want a sell-on clause. That's absolutely fine. We will accept that and head straight into it. Straight away. No messing around for the 22-year-old right here. Let's hope we can get him in. We will give him on an important role because he will... Oh, he wants a crucial role. Well, I suppose he would be a crucial role, really. But he will be rotating between Manu and Agate. But probably will be a star. Contract left of 5 years. We'll definitely do that there. Discard release clause. We don't want to do that. And in terms of the money, we want to go, let's go 90 as well. The same we did with Zildaz. Happy days. Can we get accepted? And it will. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Belieber is in the team. Happy days. Our second sign in January. 2 young talents joining Manchester United. But let's improve this team even more. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we are just going through the deadline day right here to see if the Bruno Fernandes deal goes through. Now, you're probably thinking, what happened with the Fulham game? Unfortunately, it bit us in the ass. We actually lost 3-2 to Fulham. They got a late-minute goal right at the end. I would have took a draw, but unfortunately, they did score in the 87th minute to win the game. Limbs right there. So back-to-back losses, and we have dropped heavily back down to 4th position, which is a bit frustrating considering we got the 3-0 win against Manchester City. But let's just keep simulating here. What I will do, if nothing happens on this 8th hour here, I'll keep simulating through. Oh, something is happening. And there it is. Bruno Fernandes, the captain, the skipper, Super Bruno from the last episode, is leaving towards Galatasaray. Incredible scenes. Good to know you, but he's gone now. Into our next signing now, and it is a player who went for the money, but we're going to bring him back to European football, and that is Theo Hernandez, an incredible player indeed. We're actually just going to match his market value and see if we can accept and get him, and leaving us on a budget of 83 million. Though they want a lot of money for Theo Hernandez. I mean, he is probably one of the best fullbacks in the world, but also we don't see him as much now because he has gone to the Saudi League. 53, would he be accepted for that? And he will accept that from Al Hilal here. An incredible signing, which will mean then Dorgu will drop back into the rotational left-back row, with Theo Hernandez being our main left-back here. Of course, a crucial role for Theo Hernandez. To be honest, we needed this guy to go against the likes of Bukayo Saka in that last game. Could be on my fault right on that one there, but we are going to get through this and get this over the line here. We're going to go for 75, I feel like, considering he has only on 58. Can he accept that there? No, he wants a little bit more. That's absolutely fine. We leave our budget at 67 million, which is very nice to be played around with right there. Another signing down, but I'm thinking next another defender. So let's see if we can get him over the line right now. And that over to this video is an English centre-back in Dran Braithwaite here, a player that I think a lot of people would like to see as well. Just going to shove in 28 million from him and see what they say. They want the 30, so we're just going to drop it down a little bit more and go for 29 for David Moyes' side right there. So secure us around 38 million to be played with. No, they went down on 30. Okay, we'll accept that. We're speeding through these signs here, ladies and gentlemen. Getting this over the line. I tried to Braithwaite there. Hopefully he can come to the team and do some business for us right there. Important indeed. We are going to do that one. 4 years. Happy days right there. Accept that one as well. 158. That's absolutely fine. So it's going to be left on 35 million. And another centre-back, another defender, sorry, joins Manchester United. A good player to get in this team. Offers more rotation, something different. Decent as well. 30 million. What a steal. So into our final signing now, and I feel like it's got to go to Samu here. Yes, a player that I'm actually looking at to potentially bring into this team right here. I'm just thinking of potential swap deals here, but I'm going to try and get this over the line with money, but it's going to be very tight to do so. Can we just do 31 million? That'd be nice from Porto. The €1 million. I do not want to do that. So this might not get over the line because we are looking pretty bleak in terms of our money now. I'm going to go for 33 and leave us on that. Would that be accepted? No, that's a bit of a shame. Pretty annoyed by this one because I would like this guy into the team. Remove sell-on clause. We're going to go do that. Leaves us with $1 million. Can I get accepted? Right, we need a little more time to consider your offer about Sam and come back to short here. All right, okay. If that's the case, we'll go into our next topic here. I did actually make a sign, ladies and gentlemen, about a goalkeeper here, and I was going to show it after potentially reveal that player, but if it doesn't go over, we're going to have to maybe find a new rotational striker right there. But I did sign this Rango here, a free agent, the over 73 at the age of 25. We got him for free there, and I feel like that would be a very good rotational player. However, talking about the poor situation with Samu now, I will simulate a couple of hours here to see what the crack is with this striker right now, to see if we can actually land this new striker at Man United. So unfortunately, the Samu dude did not go through. However, I have got an alternate player that has actually got similar stats to him, and it actually goes to a Fulham striker in Emmanuel Emega here. I believe that's how he pronounces his name. At the age of 22, over 79, 6'5", a proper target man with a lot of pace as well. I'm going to try and get this deal over the line, and this will probably work out better, to be fair, because we'll save a bit of money. Could offer 27 million and leave hopefully 7.6 in the bank, and it will be accepted from Marco Silva there. So the new rotational striker in Megma here, I'm going to probably butcher that name, so I'm just going to call it Emmanuel for now. But that is going to be the player that comes in hopefully on the rotation. Emmanuel, you're going to accept the rotation, and he will do. That's absolutely fantastic. 4 years right now. That will do. You might get the new number 9, actually, because we haven't got a number 9, because Sesko isn't the number 9 in the kit-wise. So we might actually get the number 9 shirt here. That'd be quite interesting. So I think we're just going to go 70, I think, to be fair. Leaving a 6.2 million to just leave for contracts, and it has been accepted. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Our last sign of the January window. Let's see what the team looks like now after we kind of alternated it around. What a window we have had here. So ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the new Manchester United team to wrap up this episode here. We got Yodas in the left wing here, Sesko, Cunha, and Bueno, Mainu, Ugarte. In that middle, of course, Belieber will be probably going over mainly due to actually overall right there. Theo Hernandez, Euro, Delin, Mazrudi, and Lemons with the new signing and Magnio there. Going in the strike on the rotation, and Megna, I'm probably going to try and actually practice saying that name, to be honest with you. I'm going to butcher it so many times, I'm going to get butchered in the comment section for saying it. Dorgu, Dallin, Martinez, Braithwaite, mainly Mount, and a new free agent goalkeeper in Rangel as well, with some of these players sitting on the bench now. I've seen a lot of people, and you're probably wondering yourself, well, where's your rotation on left wing now? We want to try and have a look at the youth academy here, because I feel like we need to find a big star here. We have got some reports back here, so let's have a look. This is for the cam row though, and we have got one in Carl Driscoll here, so we're going to sign this player indeed. The rest of them doesn't look like they're going to make the cut, but I will actually send another one out here to go into the left winger role for rotation right there, the next big thing, to compete with Yodas in that left wing row. Maybe Portuguese, maybe trying to find the next Ronaldo in Manchester United. You never know from Sporting. We'll have to wait and see. But I'll do that off camera for you, ladies and gentlemen, because we are getting there with time now. We have got this last one here. Let's just get onto here and have a look if he's found anyone as well. So we've got Tyler Friday, we've got Show Good Potential, the overall 63. The rest of them, we've got Liam Smart, he ain't too bad, I suppose. And Kevin Chapman. So we'll get these in as well. But other than that, I don't think the rest of these are going to make the cut. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. We will be trying to find a new left winger. We've got a nice bit of budget left with 6 million to sort out some contracts. But I think we've had a good January window there. In terms of the games this episode, incredible. Obviously, the biggest highlight getting the win against Manchester City, but big highlight as well, getting the loss against Arsenal. 3-1 right there. Fulham, fortunately, picking up a bit of a weird loss right there. But going into February, though, we've got starting off with a huge game. We've got Spurs again. We've got the FA Cup. We've got West Ham, Everton, and Crystal Palace to see out the February game right there. So 5 games in total in the next episode. Could be tasteful indeed, especially with this brand new Man United team. Not too bad at all. But if you did like this video, ladies and gentlemen, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.